In this video, I want to talk about the Midwinter Blight Christmas seasonal event you can enjoy in Diablo 4 right now to earn yourself a couple more cosmetics on your account, and maybe some tips and tricks you can use to acquire that even faster. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you've had an opportunity to check out the Midwinter Blight event in Diablo 4, the Christmas seasonal adventure. I'd be curious to find out what your thoughts are on this event yourself. For me, it's cool that something else exists in the game. If you're leveling up a character, you don't want to be doing just Hell Tides. You don't want to just be doing Nightmare Dungeons or Blood Tide or Blood Harvest, right? The green Hell Tide. Now you can do the purple Hell Tide, right? If you look over here, you got another one. It's all over the Fractured Peaks, and it's for your enjoyment. That's kind of cool. I think more is probably better in the game for people instead of less. I think everybody would kind of agree, no brainer, right? However, as a person that hit level 3 on their seasonal event now, which is the highest you can get, I got to tell you, it kind of felt like work because it could be a lot better than it is. And I understand this is probably casual. It's for casual players. It's not for the end game experience. For the end game experience, we have the Abattoir of Zir, and I understand that. But let me tell you a little bit of my opinion why I think it falls off a bit, or why I think the event's a bit of a flop. And like, I'm a positive guy. I think it's cool that you can get cosmetics. I think that's all fantastic. However, for me, when the cosmetics that are available in the shop are better than the stuff we can earn, that's a bit of an issue. Like, I think even in World of Warcraft, they get the red Christmas hats and green Christmas hats. That's kind of cool. I understand that early on they dictated in Diablo 4, they want the game to feel sort of demonic, to feel grim and dark. And I get that, and I appreciate that. I want that too. I don't want to have a bunch of cartoons running around with like very bright colors. That's not Diablo, in my opinion. I played a lot of Diablo 2, Diablo 1 back when I had a full head of hair, if you can imagine that, right? I appreciate the demons and angels of Sanctuary, and that's kind of where I want to keep it. I don't want it to be super fun and festive or super bright. That's Fortnite. Leave that over there. Diablo's got a feeling, right? Let's make sure that we maintain that, and I agree with that artistic direction with the game. Be that as it may, the cosmetic rewards that you earn in here are just a little bit lackluster. Again, when you compare to what you can get in the store, right? Like the red mare of the Midwinter event, that's kind of cool. Like a reindeer, right? I would have loved to have gotten like a reindeer for yada yada for doing all kinds of events and stuff, but let's talk about those events right now. So when you're actually out there farming the world, regular turn-ins are going to get you about 10 proof. And the proof down here is in your inventory down here, right? The Midwinter proof. So you get proofs by killing things, right? Regular currency that drops is going to give you about 10 per turn-in. The uncommon ones are going to give you 20, and then the red cloak events are going to give you 30. So ideally, it's the best for you to run the red cloak events consistently to get the absolute most bang for your buck, but you can't control that when that happens. So let me tell you what I've been doing to farm this currency faster to sort of get through it, because for me, it felt like work. Like, the density should be twice as much. You should get more than just sitting there doing events. Like, you should be able to roam through the zone and then get more currency than you're getting, in my opinion. It's sort of sparse, you know? And to get me sort of into the seasonal event, I think it should be a lot more robust for me and everybody else and other adventurers, but I didn't feel that way. So getting into it, here's what I was doing. I would constantly be running this event, and all I would do is I'd find where an event location would spawn, and I would just run this event over and over and over, and then I'd log out, log back in. And this would reset my instance or my game version so that I had more events constantly. Instead of running around, I know where the events are. I'll just log in and out consistently and hit this event over and over. And fingers crossed, and praise be to Jesus that this thing is going to be the Red Cloaked Horror, because if it was, that's ultimately the best gains I could get, for my rotations. So I would just constantly do that. And then if the events weren't up, I'd go on a little stride around the event to find these structures that I could kill, right? And if I could find these structures and blow them up, I would get the uncommon or level 2 currency, which is 20 per turn-in instead of 10. So even that's good, right? You do like a lap and you try to find that. And if you do, great. And if not, just leave, go back in. And this is what I did. This is how I rapidly hit level 3. So again, you find the event, you run it, you log out, log back in, and you could be spawning on top of a red cloak horror at the very end. Bang, you got yourself 30 instead of 10, right? And it's worth your time. And you look for these frigid husks, and away you go. And so that's kind of what I did. And so doing that, just to show you in the game here, I'm kind of logged in, right? I'll click on my collections table, and I'll click on this red arrow to bring up the current Midwinter tribute tier, right? You can see I've got it all, and that's fine. And again, I'll speak to this right now since we're here. The ultimate goal for tier 3 is 50,000 gold. That's nothing. Like, I could do Tree of Whispers to get millions and millions of gold. So this tells me right here, this is for a casual player experience. It's not really made for the hardcore player, because if it was, this should be competitive. And right now, if I'm looking for gold, I won't even touch this, right? This is more of like a nice to have. And I think this sort of eludes that point. It kind of points that out. Anyway, back to it. So I've done all this stuff, right? I got proofs here. I'll turn in some extra ones here. Bang. Looking good. Okay. I've turned all that in. I've turned in every single proof that I could. I've hit level 3. And when I hit level 3, I've only got 31 winter proofs. And where this becomes a problem for me, kind of falls on its face like I was mentioning, is right here. The shop says I got to have 50 proof just to buy one class item. That's not a good enough ROI, return on my investment for my time, when I could be running Durials or farming Durial mats to get 925 gear, potential Uber uniques, things like that. Now, what I can get is I can get a mount. I can get a mount trophy. I can get a tomahawk that I can't, well, that my rogue can't use. I can get a dirk. I can get weapons. I can't get that back bling. So for me, it's like I got to grind even more, even though I hit the target. I hit level 3. The cool thing about hitting level 3 is you can get rewards out of Nightmare Dungeons and out of the AOZ. That becomes available whenever you reach level 3 in this Midwinter event. So that's kind of nice. You're not forced to just be in the Fractured Peaks to get it, right? Which is kind of nice, because then it's player agency, right? You can get this wherever you go. I think that's kind of nice. But sticking to the point, I think that the proof to what you actually get for your time should be 50, or lower down the back bling to 30. This way, I want to go on another character. It's not all that cumbersome to grab another back bling. This is a seasonal event, right? This is a casual event for people. You shouldn't have to spend copious amounts of time trying to get one back bling for a class that you might want to play the next season, you know? And then there's that FOMO. You don't want to miss out. So it feels like work grinding it. It could be a lot better. Increase the density. That'd be great. Also, the rewards, like I said, cosmetically should be more robust and abundant. I just feel like it's kind of limited. And I think what's available in the shop from all those cosmetics could have been rolled into this event to be a little bit more worthy. Like for one of those full sets, maybe 60 Midwinter proofs. And then for the back bling, maybe 20 a piece. That way we just kind of get our hands on it and check it out. It's a mid-season event, right? The season only lasts until January 23rd. So I think that this is again a bit expensive for our time. It'd be cool to see even more, but I'm curious to see what you think. I like to be positive with things. I think again, like it's great to have more than less, but it's a heavy time investment for the reward. The ROI, return on your investment, just sort of flopped for me. So I'd like to know what you think about it. Another thing, one minor thing here, when you're actually farming the content in the game, I find that some of the vampires inside the zone, the purple zone of the Midwinter Blight event, are dropping potent blood. I think that any monster that's inside of this Midwinter event, as you can tell, it's overtaken the map here, they should all drop the currency in some form or fashion. It shouldn't just be the goat, right? It should be anything else. If I wanted potent blood, I could go to the Green Helltide inside Ked Bardu whenever it's up or wherever it's at. If I want the blood for the vampiric season, I go farm it there. If I want the Midwinter currency, I go in the purple zone. I don't think that you should be dropping. I don't think you should be dropping that here. I understand why you would add it in so that the player gets to do their vampiric upgrades on any content in the game. When you make it so easy to engage with, I think that should be reviewed. When it's so easy to engage with, I will choose where I want to go. I have player agency. I think it should be Midwinter content. But that's my overview here. This is what I think of the Midwinter Blight. It's cool that it exists. The cosmetics are there if you want to farm for it, give you something else to do. That's pretty cool. But overall, I think it's a heavy cost to fully deck out your entire account with just back bling. I need better than that for my time. I do, or else I'll probably feel like it's work, and I don't want to do work. I want to play video games, you know? Just trying to keep it real with you guys and give you my thoughts as they happen. So thank you so much for checking out this video. I will see you on the next one. I'm getting into Path of Exile, the Affliction League, and that's feeling real nice. So maybe I can bring you some more information on this channel with regards to PoE, and let me know in the channel below, the comments below if you play that too. You play Path of Exile? You get in there? You like that? Are you Ray Cleasy in action or what? You let me know. Much love from me to you. Happy holidays to you and yours. Thanks for checking out the video, and I'll see you on the next one.